Are you tired of the AI hype? Confused by all the tools, jargons, and promises that never seem to stick? You're not alone. Welcome to the AI Edge, kids. We're here to break the noise, decode the chaos, and give you straight up clarity on how to actually works in real businesses. You're not here to pitch tools. We're here to teach tactics and transform. So let's dive in. So, as you guys know, this is the AI Edge Show. We love you guys being here. It's great to be here with you guys and great to see you. Last week, we did not have a show. So if you were sitting around looking for us, we did not have a show. Our birthdays were actually last week and we got to celebrate those. And so we took the week off and we're back, Jack. That's what we do. And that's the beauty of being able to have your rooms. And when that happens, you just take your birthday and you move on down the road. So, outside of that, this week we have a bunch of things coming up. We have our podcast Friday that we got going on. So come check us out. That will be 9 p.m. Getting Naked podcast at 9 p.m. our time, which is 9 a.m. Central Standard Time for all of you back in the States. That's the beautiful thing about this. We're actually 12-hour difference, so we like to work in the evenings, and I think everybody likes to consume and kind of get their content in the early part of the day, so it actually kind of works out premium. So catch that, our Getting Naked podcast that we will be talking about what you think you know is a lie, which is absolutely correct. We're going to be talking about all the beautiful things that we got going on. And then we have on Saturday, Miss Cleo, her event in the metaverse, Set Yourself Free. So come see that. Come listen to that. It'll be a rebirth of claiming my voice, reigniting the vision. And so she's going to have a beautiful conversation, fireside chat. She has been doing life. Life's been doing her. You know how that happens. And so we're going to have a beautiful conversation on that. But let's jump on into this, guys. This is what we're here for. You're not here to hear me talk and chit chat about all the goings ons, but we are here to talk about what's going on in the AI news, right? And so, first is AI, guys. We're the conversation we're going to have today is kind of around got clients' pain points. The AI is the new doctor in town, right? And what does that mean? That means that you as a business, you understand that there's pain points that you're solving for your clients. And you might solve one, you might solve many, you might, somewhere in between. But there's a pain point that you have a solution for. It could be from experience. You could have walked through it already, or you could have, been skilled, mastered in this. You could have went to schooling for it, right? But everybody has a pain point, first of all. And when you're in business, you're solving your clients' pain points. And so today we're talking about how AI is helping not only customers and clients out there solve these pain points, but it's really trying to make it, be better off. And the beautiful thing that I would say is that if we will use AI, and I know there's two sides of the coin here, we're not going to jump into that conversation. But what happens is that you find that AI can be really helpful. I find AI can be super helpful when I'm trying to clarify my thoughts of if I'm organizing something, it's what I do. I'm kind of got that engineering mindset. So if I've got really convoluted things that I can't see it clearly, I allow AI to help me kind of map things now. And that's really helpful. I was just sharing that the other day about how helpful AI is if we actually use it as a tool and not live behind the nefarious things that it could be. Everything could be nefarious in life, just saying. So with that said, the first article we're going to talk about, guys, is GHD. The GHD is good hair department, good hair company. One second here. Good Hair Day. That's what it is. I couldn't remember the name of that company. I am so sorry. But Good Hair Day is launching Curl Finder. And Curl Finder is an interactive AI-powered consultation quiz, right? And so what does that mean? Users can answer a guided questions, and they can have tools that will recommend the best ideal styling either methods or tools, or methods and tools. So for instance, let me talk to all my girls out there. I'm sorry, guys, if you do not, understand this conversation, but there's various, and guys, your hair does not, you're not vacant from the story. You're not absent from the story, but most guys don't care about the porous, how thick or how curly, what the curl diameter is of their hair. Is it porous? Is it fine? Is it thick? Like all of these things as a girl, we know. And so how many of you, and I speak from my experience, have went into the drugstore, the grocery store, the CVS, whatever it is, you could have went into Sephora or something, and you went into the hair area and you were looking for a new shampoo, a new conditioner. Maybe you're looking at new styling, hairspray, mousse, leave it in kind of, treatments of some sort. There's so many out there, after products, after styling products. So your hair sets and whatnot. Oh, if you live in humidity like Bangkok, you want a humid, you want a hairspray that is anti-humidity. I know, all girl things. I'm getting way off in this subject. But my point being is, I would spend hours going over and trying to review, and this is before AI was around. So I didn't have AI to say, hey, hi, AI, I've got this type of hair. It's purple. It's short. It grows fast. It's thin. But it's a lot of it. It's chemically treated. This is what I want to do with it. This is the style I want to wear with it. This is the humidity or the environment that I live in. What say ye? And that is where AI is jumping in and helping people remove that exhaustion, right? I know if I felt it, there's a ton of other people out there that have felt it too, right? So that is the beautiful thing about Good Hair Day and launching this curl finder. They're helping customers navigate that overwhelming number of styling tools. And it really creates a personalized buying journey. It reduces the product returns and buyer uncertainty and makes luxury e-commerce feel like a salon experience. And I'll add a fourth one. It saves you time. That's, again, something that I was chit-chatting about the other day, is that the time that is saved based on utilizing AI to our advantage, right? And that is the gorgeous thing about being able to live in the vibration of, these things are for the good and for the better, and we can use it for that better, and not living in the vibration that it's not for the good. And so that wraps up that conversation about that. Good job on Good Hair Day for helping all of us ladies out with getting that. If you want to go check that article out, Vogue Business, that was off of Vogue Business. So you can go out there and get that information from them and read that article. But next, we're going to move into Cisco. And so Cisco, if you don't know who Cisco is, they are a huge company. And of course, they are in telecommunications, internet. They are in all sorts of technology side of things. They're ever evolving. I think they're very much like GE, where they're always adding on to their portfolio, right? But they have added more. They have added AI onto their portfolio. And so what are they up to now, guys, with their little AI critter? They're implementing AI for customer service. That's right. They have an agnetic AI that they're going to be implementing. And by 2028 is what their estimate is. 68% of the customer support interactions will be managed by AI. And so that's an autonomous system that proactively solves customers' problems before the customer even reaches out. And so what I want to say about that is how awesome is it when you can get into, if a company, okay, think about it this way. I know there's a generation of people that love when they can pick up the phone and get a human on the phone and be like, I have a problem, help me solve it. I get it. I have this conversation with my 75-year-old mother, and it's like, I just want to pick up the phone when I'm stuck and I want help. I get that. And that is one generation, and I do totally understand that. But there's other generations that also move differently. And me being kind of a tech savvy person, I really appreciate when I can go solve my problem quick, easy, and in a hurry on my own. I'm a solution-minded person. I think about solving things instead of kind of, exasperating it and just kind of throwing our hands up and, giving up. Move into the solution mode. And that's where I tend to go. And so what happens is I really appreciate a company that if they're creating a system where I can go in and I can solve that problem on my own. For instance, here's a great example of that. As you all know, we're digital nomads. And in Mexico, in all three countries, Colombia, Mexico, and now in Thailand here, we utilize Grab services, Uber Eats services, Rappi services, all these different types of order your food and delivered to your door type of services. And it's a beautiful thing. And one thing that we realized was that sometimes where we lived in Mexico, Mexico's addresses are kind of Willy Wonka crazy. Not everybody has an address, and so you kind of just use your neighbors and then say it's right next door. It's the craziest thing. But you just kind of figure out what works for people, what works for like what everybody's using Google, what Google says, and you go with it. Well, there was a few times that we didn't receive our food. And I mean, didn't receive our food as in it says it got delivered 3 hours ago. We have been waiting outside for 3 hours. We don't have our food. So we have to reach out to customer support. And they do not give you a live human. But what I appreciate about that is that you can go in and immediately, by just a few clicks of the button, you can say, hey, I didn't receive my order. They ask you a few questions. You answer the questions, and they either give you a partial refund, a full refund. They credit your account, or they order a new order and they send it to you. Those are the solutions. They built that system to be able to serve you to where you can self-serve yourself instead of being frustrated because my food didn't show up and going, I need to talk to somebody on the phone, and you're like, I just paid $10 or $15 for that food, and I want my money back because I didn't get my food. There's a generation out there that gets frustrated because they can't call somebody, which in reality, AI is supposed to be able to help us with those things. If these are routine, everyday things that you're going to do, why not utilize AI? And that's what Cisco's doing. And they're going to get ahead of it to where they're no longer living in the reactive state, but in the proactive support mode. So they'll be able to tackle long wait times, inconsistent support, deliver proactive and personalized help addressing key explanations, with 93% of the consumer saying that it's faster, smarter customer service and that they were happy with using what they've been able to model right now. So they say by 2028, it's going to be 68% of what they're doing is through AI. And this also reduces the pressure on human agents and boosts the consistency because, of course, you don't have emotions at play. And someone can call in and be upset and they go through AI, and AI is just not going to be like, boo boo, I know you're having an emotional day, but I don't understand emotions. You know what I mean? AI just is, I was just thinking about that today, was like, AI doesn't understand emotions, and we are humans, and everything we do is emotionally charged, whether it's, good, bad, or indifferent. We are emotionally charged human beings, and this is what AI does, is it removes that emotion. It removes that I'm tired, I need a break, I need some coffee. It removes all of these things. It removes she got an attitude with me, and is able to help the customers get where they need to, and usually before the customers ever know that they need that entire help, right? And so that's the beautiful thing about what is going on with Cisco. We just want to stop and welcome everybody on into the conversation today. Thanks for being here, guys. It's a beautiful Tuesday to be back. It's great to have you guys joining us from wherever you are. I know it's early on the Pacific Coast time, 7 a.m. And I know that it's, kind of mid-morning on the East Coast time. And so I just want to stop and say, it's great to have you. Natalie, thank you for jumping in here. It's great to see Kevin. It's great to see Miss Marshall. Shout out to Miss Marshall. And, it's just the fact that as a community, we can grow together. And that is the goal of our conversation, and why we do this show, is to really bring like the AI news. And we've kind of, as you guys have realized, we've kind of positioned and repositioned our content in what we do on our rooms on Tuesdays, and it's more about education and showing you guys how to do things, so that way you're not left in the dust. And a lot of times what we hear from clients and other people that are knocking on our door for us to be able to assist them is, you guys kind of have that already know how. And it's not that we know everything. By no means do we know everything. But what it is that we're kind of on that cusp of knowing the things that are coming down the pipeline that help the next. It's kind of like there's a chain. We're not the people that are inventing this stuff. We're not the people that are inventing AI and building AI and coding AI. That is not what we're doing. But what we are doing is we understand it, and we understand how it plugs into our life, and how it plugs into your life, whether you're a business or just personal. And then we help bridge that gap. That's the goal of what we do here at the Hello LLC. Yes, we have our services. Yes, we do different things within, AI, Web3, having our metaverse, building AI systems and whatnot. But really, guys, the goal is to make sure that you're winning. And that you're not getting left behind, and that we're showing you tools that you can go out and, use every day. And so that's the beautiful thing about that. But real quick, I want to jump in here and have this little AI video that we created for you, share a little more with you. So here you go.
Still running your business on sticky notes? Still serving PTA flyer vibes with free word templates? Still stuck in that comfy little 2013 tech bubble for your business? AI called. It saw your workflow systems and it cried. Guess what? Your brand's in therapy now. Yeah, that comfort zone might be costing you more than you think. The Hello LLC welcomes you to go from chaos to clarity. We've been talking AI since before it was trendy, but now we're showing you how to actually use it. Real business use cases, automation hacks, and AI strategies that scale your brand now and set you up for the future. This is the AI Edge, powered by the Hello LLC. Streaming live every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time from the Hello Plaza, our Metaverse HQ. Yep, join the Metaverse from your phone, laptop, iPad, even Grandma's VR headset if she'll let you use them. Or if you're still holding on, catch us on the crusty, dusty 2D social media platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and X. Either way, press the button, and let's upgrade. From chaos to clarity, let's work smarter, not harder. Buckle up, buttercups, and let's explore the AI Edge.
And we're back. Thank you so much. What a great conversation there. Thanks for tuning in and checking out that. So, this moves us into our next and our case study. And so today we're going to chit chat about healthcare and how healthcare is utilizing AI to be able to solve that customer pain point, right? So Omega Healthcare and UiPath AI, the back office time saver for the healthcare department, right? And Omega uses UiPath. So I'm just going to call it AI from moving forward, so I don't have to, confuse everybody. But Omega Healthcare is using AI to document, understanding, and to automate their system. So what does that mean? What are they doing? It's being able to provide it documents, and it can comprehend and then decide based off of what it's been programmed, how to move that document through the process in the system, to automate the medical billing part of this too. And so this information can come in that will be able to then plug and play into how it differentiates into the system of billing, because we all know that our healthcare system is billed off of, like, if you have 3 aspirin, you're getting billed for 3 aspirin, right? So the itemized billing is what it's going to be able to really help cut down on. And I'm going to blow your mind when I share some stats here with you when I talk about this. But the The beautiful thing is for companies, yes, it's great because there's a ROI. But then on the backside is there's a lot of people that are trained and position themselves into medical billing, medical coding, and AI is here and it's going to change lives because it's going to kind of those positions will have to be repurposed and rethought and kind of um, positioned into something different because AI is going to be able to allocate this, especially when they have this amazing accuracy rating, right? It's going to be processing claims, and that it's really going to help alleviate some of this documentation workflow that gets stuck, and alleviate those repetitive tasks. So the system eliminates repetitive admin tasks, saves 15,000 employee hours every month, cuts down documentation time by 40%, halves turnaround time, and delivers, get this, 99.5% accuracy rating. Their clients saw a 30% ROI. A 30% ROI. That is crazy. With a 99.5% accuracy, I'm going to tell you right now, you're never going to get that from humans. Ever, never, ever. We have emotions involved. We have to pee. We're having a bad day. If it's a lady, maybe it's that, different time of the month. Maybe, maybe this young lady is, having, maybe she's got migraines. Maybe he's got migraines. Maybe he stubbed his toe coming to work this morning and now he can't think about anything but his stubbed toe, right? So it really comes down to, at the end of the day, that you have to realize that AI, it's not eliminating positions, and I do not want to help. I don't want the stance to be taken of it's eliminating positions, but what it is that it is helping to eliminate the tedious work that tires people out, so that when they get to the point where there's two parts of your job. There's the daily mundane tasks that suck, and then there's the real cool part of your job. And everybody loves the real cool part, but they hate the processing, the admin tasks, the documentation, the moving, the paperwork, the paper trail. They hate that. Everybody hates paperwork, And so this is what AI does, is able to be everybody's admin. So now the president just doesn't have an admin. Everybody in the company has an admin that can help them. So why does this matter? It reduces bottleneck and high volume workflows. It frees up time that the team members can focus on strategy, not spreadsheets. Whew, the amount of spreadsheets I've done in my life. It's significant trackable ROI in time and financial resources, and it's real proof that AI works even in heavily regulated industries. So that's the really cool, because we know that the medical care system is highly regulated. It's honestly why a lot of people don't work with the medical care system. Like if you're a free contractor, because all the regulations you have to go through, the requirements that you have to be whatever type of vendor to them, right? So the last 5 little key points that I wanted to point out about this is that administrative burdens are gone. Omega Healthcare is, being able to automate all of those and save 15,000 plus hours a month. Speed and accuracy is completely winning. It's 40% of documentation time has been cut and halved in turnaround time, and that 99.5% accuracy rating is ridiculous. The ROI sitting at 30%. The scaling across 350 different providers, that's the big thing, because we know healthcare systems are the reason why systems don't get upgraded is because the impact it has across the entire board. It's not just one location, it's across multiple locations. And if you've ever worked in systems, if you've ever rolled out a new system or updated a system or had a system go down on you, holy moly, crack-a-moly, that is not a fun day in your life, or a fun week, or a fun month. And I've lived those. I've been there. And so this is why I get so passionate about sharing with AI, and I look at it from the positive side, because I know how many man hours I have spent in my life, and I know other people that are similar within the same industry that do, similar work to what I have done in my line of, work, that have just, it saves so much time. And it's like, man, I wish this was around 20 years ago, because this is amazing. There's so many things that I could have been able to do and save time on that today I'm like, no, I don't want to do that because I'm burnt out. And real talk, AI is assisting us with that burnout that we're all experiencing. So, and the last but not least, AI understands complex documentations. And so it can read, break down, comprehend, understand what it needs to do, how it needs to process and move that documentation through the system, right? And so that's the beautiful thing about what AI is up to. How is AI helping us solve our clients' pain points? The beautiful thing is that it allows us to be able to, well, first of all, our clients' pain points are systems. Our clients' pain points are understanding how technology can help them to work smarter, not harder, and getting organized. So those are things that I've kind of solved my entire corporate position or corporate career and tenure. So what does that mean when it turns, around for other people? You're Let's look at this from a personal standpoint. Have you ever dealt with someone at a job that is kind of just, you just are not on the same wavelength? Like you try your best to communicate to this person, or you try your best to be able to have a conversation with your teammate or your counterpart at the office, and it just doesn't, like, they think that you're attacking them. You think that they're, or maybe they think that you're trying to take their job, whatever the story that is going on in that department, that other person's little department there. You just can't get on the same groove. You've tried everything, right? You've tried leaving them alone. You've tried being their best friend. You tried, loving on them. You've tried just kind of like, nope, short, quick, and, not mean, but just to the point. You've tried everything, and you don't know how to deal or to correspond. This is where we can implement AI to solve a pain point. We can have a conversation with AI and say, hey, I have a coworker that, it is imperative that we have to communicate on a daily basis. This person, from what I understand, I get the gist that they don't care for me, or maybe I don't know what's going on. And first of all, let me just say this, guys, anytime that ever happens, remember the 4 Agreements by John Lewis. I know I butchered that, but it's dang it, what is this name? Anyways, the 4 Agreements, the book. If you guys go out, one of the agreements is don't take things personal. And that's part of kind of like, where I was sharing with that AI is like, I think it's personal, but then I was going to share with you, remember, in this life, nothing anybody else does is personal towards you. It's them. It's what they're dealing with and what they have to deal with. So when you're having this conversation with AI to fix the problem, you just let AI know, look, I'm trying everything. I don't take it personal, but I'm trying. Can you help me? What are some suggestions? What am I not seeing? And that's the beautiful thing about AI is it allows you to have a strategy partner. And I think that's the biggest thing that I want to say is a strategy partner. So with that said, I want to stop and just welcome everybody in. Thank you. It's so good to see you, Miss Ebony. Good morning, Grand Rising. Glad to have you here. Miss Natalie, thank you for being here. It is a beautiful conversation, and appreciate you being here and saying hi to everybody in the chat channel as you are. I want to welcome everybody on X. It's so good to have you. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Yes, we're over on Twitch. And I just want to say, whoever is watching us on Twitch, so we have a couple people over there. I appreciate you. I just want to give you some love. Thank you. I see you every week, and I just appreciate whoever that is watching. And man, it could be, my biggest enemy, and that's okay, because I still love you too. At the end of the day, I don't have any enemies. We just have people that we get along with, and we have people that we're like, ooh, maybe I just go over here. But that's a different story for a different conversation. So with that said, does anybody have any questions before we wrap up this communication and this show today? It is short. It is sweet. We are here. David's kind of under the weather, so he's not with us. So it is just me, as you have not figured out by yet. It is just me on a solo drive here. So with that said, guys, I want to remind you, come visit and listen to our Getting Naked podcast. this Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Anybody in Bangkok time, that's 9 p.m. time. If you're listening, you want to join us at Bangkok time, but I think most of our audience is over in the United States. So that's 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. We will be talking about what you think you know is a lie. And what that means is we're going to be talking about AI. We're going to be talking about life. It's going to be, conversations, real, raw, and authentic as we always do. And then Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in our Hello Plaza metaverse, Miss Cleo is having a fireside chat where she is going to be the rebirth, reclaiming her voice and reigniting her vision. And so jump in there, come have that conversation, or come tune into that conversation. It'll be great to have you guys. But with that said, guys, we appreciate you all so much more than you ever know. And so thank you for being here with us. Thank you for joining us. We will see you Friday. With that, you know the drill. Love, kindness, and integrity. But most important, commitment and consistency. And until next time, toodaloo, buckaroos. Thanks for being here. Bye.
Are you an innovative entrepreneur or business owner ready to embrace the future of business transformation?
The world is evolving at an unprecedented pace, and it's crucial to adapt and pivot towards success in this dynamic landscape. At the Hello LLC, we are dedicated to guiding you through this transformative journey, offering a comprehensive suite of services that extend beyond the metaverse and 3D immersive experiences.
Our mission is to empower businesses and brands by assisting them in building, branding, systemizing, and automating their operations. We specialize in steering businesses from a two-dimensional existence to a thriving three-dimensional presence, where opportunities abound.
We help businesses harness the power of technology to work smarter, not harder, enabling them to operate efficiently and stay ahead of the curve. Our diverse range of services includes:
Our Biz in a Box is a complete business solution package designed to jumpstart your entrepreneurial journey. From strategic planning to digital infrastructure, we've got you covered. Your one app, one tap solution.
Our Motion Work AI videos transform your brand storytelling with our cutting-edge AI-driven video production, captivating your audience like never before.
Our 3D VR environments will step you into the future of immersive experiences. With our custom 3D virtual reality environments that engage and captivate your customers.
Lastly, in our Pivot membership program, we offer tailored guidance and support to either show you, teach you, or take care of the transformation process for you.
According to a 2023 study by Fundera, a staggering 28% of small businesses in the United States do not have an online presence. This statistic underscores the importance of embracing digital transformation. Having a website is more than just an online presence, it's a gateway to unlocking numerous benefits, including reaching a broader audience, showcasing your products or services, generating leads and sales, establishing trust, providing customer support, and maintaining competitiveness within your industry.
The Hello LLC is committed to helping you excel in all these aspects of modern business, not just limited to the metaverse alone.
Why should you choose the Hello LLC to navigate this transformational journey?
By partnering with us and harnessing cutting-edge technology, you can provide immersive experiences for your customers, expand your global reach, reduce operational costs, and enhance brand recognition, all while working with a company that holds integrity in high regard. Our commitment to ethical and principled business practices ensures that your journey towards success is not only innovative, it is also firmly rooted in trust and transparency.
Don't wait. Take the first step towards a brighter business future. Contact us today to explore how we can support you in developing a remarkable digital presence and immersive experience that will leave a lasting impression.